came from the four corners of the earth, the mightiest gladiators from Great Britain, Australia, the USA, Germany, South Africa, and Russia. Together they united to accept the challenge of the international champion contenders in a battle that will decide who is the best in the world.
Birmingham, England, as we reconvene for International Gladiators 2. Hi, everyone. I'm Mike Adamley. Glad you could join us as gladiators from around the globe join forces to take on the world's very best contenders. You know, last year, over 50 million people watched International Gladiators worldwide, and this year promises to be bigger and better than ever. I know you agree, Ulrika.
Absolutely, Mike. This year we have more countries than ever. A total of 6 nations will be represented. The United States of America, Australia, South Africa, Russia, Germany, and good old Great Britain. So we should see some battle. Now, as well as national pride, of course, our champions will receive a fabulous round-the-world trip for 2. But we haven't forgotten about our runners-up. They'll each walk away with £2,000.
For that kind of money, I would like to compete. The other member of our announced team, a wonder from down under. She is the Australian Gladiator presenter. Please welcome Kimberly Joseph. Kimberly, welcome. I know you had a long 26-hour plane flight. It's great to have you here in Birmingham.
Well, it's certainly great to be here in Birmingham. There's a fantastic atmosphere in this audience tonight.
As I understand it, Gladiators is immensely popular in Australia. How big is the phenomena and how many people watch?
Well, we're actually still in our first year of filming, so we've been amazed by the success of Gladiators. It's fast becoming one of the top rating programs around the country, so we're very proud of it.
Well, it's great to have you here, and we will see you definitely later in the day.
Fantastic. I'll look forward to it.
Kimberly Joseph.
So now it's time to meet our international contenders. Tonight they are from Germany, Miriam Loesch, and from the United States, Peggy Odita. Welcome, Miriam. Tell us, what do you do and where do you come from?
I come from Germany, from Munich, and my profession is a teacher for elementary children.
Right. Now, you've had a look at the games and you've had a play on some of the events here. Do you have a favorite event?
I like the wall very much because I do like to climb.
Oh, well, you know you're going to have the gladiators behind you. How do you think you're going to do tonight?
I will give my best and I will see what will happen.
Well, we'll look forward to watching you play the games and taking part. Miriam Loesch.
Peggy Odita has many great athletic moments during her lifetime, the American Gladiator Contender champion, but she is going to compete for the USA, or at least try to, in the heptathlon in next year's Olympic Games in Atlanta, Georgia. So you're going to the trials, and I would imagine that performing in front of all these people here in Birmingham has got to be great preparation.
Oh, definitely. The crowd here is so great. You guys help us so much by cheering in and giving your support. It's really wonderful.
Nervous at all?
Yeah, I am. I'm just going to wait, get the first event under my belt, and go on from there.
Okay, Peggy. Good luck. Nice to have you here. Peggy Odita from the USA.
So we've met our contenders. Now let's meet the gladiators they'll be facing.
From the United Kingdom, Jet and Zodiac. From South Africa, Sahara and Delilah. From Russia, Astra and Lynx. From Australia, Fury and Flame. From Germany, Angel. And from the United States of America, Jazz.
You've met the women, now let's meet tonight's male contenders. They are from Great Britain, Mark Everett. And from Russia, Alexander Maltsev.
Oh, nice familiar face. Mark, tell everybody what you do and where you're from.
Hi, I'm from Boston, Lincolnshire, and I work at a factory. I'm a machine operator.
Now, you're our current UK champion. I bet you thought your pain was over when you'd finished British Gladiators.
Yeah, we had a good competition in the Nationals, but I'm back here, and it's a great honour to be representing Britain. In the
And what do you think about the competition? I mean, this is entirely different. International gladiators, international contenders.
They look a lot fitter and a lot bigger than the national contenders, but I'm going to do my best.
We'll look forward to keeping an eye on you. Mark Everett, ladies and gentlemen.
Alexander Maltsev from Russia is a great athlete. Your hometown and your occupation.
Hello, my name is Alexander.
I'm from Russia. I work as a bodyguard.
What is your favorite event and why?
I like all the sporting events. All of them.
You're good at all of them. Why do you think you'll succeed against the Gladiators?
I'll try to do my best for the audience and myself.
Hey, best of luck. Put a smile on your face. This guy's got the game face on. He is ready to go. Alexander Maltsev from Russia.
So now we've met our male contenders. Let's meet the male gladiators they'll be facing tonight.
From the United States of America, Hawk and Saber. From South Africa, Impy and Samson. From Australia, Vulcan and Hammer. From Germany, Giant and Flash. From Russia, Dynamite. And from the United Kingdom, Rhino.
Let the games begin. Our female contenders are set to go. Using the blue scoring markers, Miriam Loesch from Germany. And trying to score with the red markers, American Gladiator champion from the USA, Peggy Odita. Sworn to protect the Powerball turf, let's meet our three gladiators. From South Africa, Sahara. Astra from Russia, and Flame from Australia. Over to international referee John Anderson.
Germany and USA, ready! Gladiators, ready!
Powered up for Powerball.
2, 1.
Here's Peggy. Oh, kept out by Astra. Miriam tackled by Sahara. The American girl reloads, spots the space, and easy 2 points for Peggy. Peggy again, tries to split them. Oh, too hot to Flame, 3 points. And Miriam yet to score. Peggy. Oh, bounding her way through. 2 more. Miriam tackled by Sahara. Peggy reloads. Oh, singed by the Flame this time. And Astra, oh, Miriam with a free run for 2. The German girl gets her marks on the scoreboard. Peggy. Oh, Flame's put out. 2 more. And Miriam kicks sand in Sahara's face, another 2. Gladiators not quite together as a team yet. Peggy taking more, and Miriam beats Astra to the basket to score. Time running down, and so's Miriam. Peggy reloads. Oh, a face full of Flame. Miriam against Sahara. Oh, rattles the rim. Unlucky. And what a fantastic start to this international competition. Peggy pulling 11 points. Look how she faced up to 2 gladiators, split them, and despite that tackle, smothered the Flame for a center basket. After one event, Peggy from the USA 11, Miriam from Germany.
The men are set to play Powerball using the blue scoring markers. From Great Britain, 1995 British champion Mark Everett. Using the red scoring markers from Russia, Alexander Maltsev. Ready to do battle are three gladiators, Hawk from the USA, Flash from Germany, and the Hammer from Australia.
Flash might find Russian bodyguard Alexander Maltsev rather tough to get his teeth into, 5'11" and weighing 15 stones. The UK's Mark Everett is 3 inches taller but a stone lighter.
Gladiators, are you ready?
Yeah!
Three, two.
Let's get this show on the road. Alexander. Oh, Flash takes him out. Mark, nailed by the hammer. This is going to be a tough one. Alexander. Oh, Hawk swoops to conquer. Mark beats Flash. Hammer's there. Rushes Alexander. Needs to punch some reds. Oh, a flash of brilliance. Mark reloads. Hammer, all battling it out. Hammer and tongs against the baskets. Alexander with space, 2 points. Despite his size, incredible speed. Mark back to try again. Oh, Hawk flies it in. Mark free. Switches for a superb centre basket. Alexander. Oh, much better from Hawk. Mark flashes there. And Hammer makes it a real horror. Alexander. Straight into Flash, and Hawk sinks his talons in. Mark again. Hammer pushes him wide, but he scored. Alexander. Oh, the Hawk disposes of his prey. Big takedown. Mark, 2 gladiators against him, but so's the clock. Well, we said it would be tough, but good scoring. Mark's family celebrates. Mike Adamley's there.
Well, Mark Everett, I don't know what it was like for you when you were defending or winning the British Championship, but compare your experience then and your experience now against the international team of gladiators.
It was hard for the nationals, but I just feel like I've been run over now.
Best move of the whole Powerball match. You were smart enough to realize that, hey, you were wide open and you had a chance to go for the center cylinder, and you took 3 as opposed to 2.
That's right. In this game, you need as many points as you can get, so I see the opportunity, so I went for it.
Well, congratulations, Mark. You won it 5-2. Mark Everett from Great Britain. Alexander, what did you think of your performance?
Everything was okay, but I've been too soft with my opponents.
You were a tough guy out there. You hung in there. Good luck. Keep going.
Thank you.
Alexander Maltsev from Russia.
Too soft with his opponents, eh? Kimberly's down there with the gladiators.
Well, Flash, you look like you were ready for anything then. That was a tough game.
No, it was a tough game. I was ready to rumble, but the guy was very fast. We made his life very hard. But, you know, it's one of the fastest games. I love it. And the floor, you know, you have to get on this floor. It's heavy to move. But we tried our best.
Well, you certainly look like you're a bit worse for wear now. You're puffing and panting.
You have to give everything in the moment that the play begins.
And that they did. Hammer, you were living up to your name. You enjoy this game very much, and I think it's one of your favourites, isn't it?
Well, I've been playing rugby league for 26 years, and to play on a game like this where it's a minute and it's full explosive for the minute, you certainly do tire quick. But, you know, the challenge was fantastic. And they scored some good points, but it was a good game. That's what we like.
Oh, it was very clean, wasn't it?
Very clean, but I mean, that's the way we want to play it. The harder and cleaner, the better.
Now, Hawk, you were in the zone, man.
Kim, let me tell you something. I'm instilling new nicknames today. That's showtime, he's crunch time, and I'm lunchtime. And we gave you some head splitting in prime time. Let's get it going, baby. Woo!
Hawk, a legend in his own lunchtime. After one event, Alexander from Russia is on 2, Mark from the UK 5.
Standing at the foot of the wall, it's Miriam from Germany. She's going to be chased by Jet from the UK. Also getting ready to climb, it's Peggy from the US. She's going to be chased by Fury from Australia. And now it's over to our international referee, John Forsyth.
Germany and USA, you will go on my first whistle. Gladiators, you will go on my second. 3, 2,
So John
1.
Forsyth gets the climb underway. Oh, but Peggy having all sorts of trouble at the foot of the wall. Miriam slow as well. They're making it too easy for the Gladiators. Here they come. And Jet, it's just a stretch to fetch Miriam. Fury's after Peggy. And Miriam clinging to the wall. The German more used to walls coming down. Jet finding for a better grip. Oh, unsticks her. And Peggy looks to have taken the toughest route up the monstrous chimney overhang. Fury almost level with her, and she's got to make a move soon because Peggy's at the top. Come on, Fury! She's got a grip. Can she contain her? Oh, she's slipped her! Peggy's at the top, and that's 10 points the hard way. On the left, last year's international men's champion Wesley Berry, clearly delighted.
Peggy, truly exciting stuff. It was very, very close all the way. Despite that 7-second head start you got, Fury was there every inch of the way.
I stumbled a bit in the beginning, but I managed to regain myself, and she was right next to me. We're side by side the entire time, but I managed to get up.
Peggy, the bottom line, 10 very important points. Congratulations, Peggy Odita of the USA.
Well, what can I say except for Fury must be furious?
You could say that again. Look, she did very well. It was messy on both our behalves. She won fair and square. Congratulations.
Not a happy girl. And Miriam, this was your favorite event.
Yes, but I did this wall only twice, and so I think it was a little bit too slow.
And also, you have a very, very fast, one of our champion climbers behind you, Jet.
Yeah. The thing is, with this wall, I've been doing it 4 years now, so I'm very familiar with the routes on the wall, and it is difficult to get used to a new route. You did very well there. Thank you.
Certainly a good attempt. Let's hear it from Miriam from Germany and for our two gladiators, Jet and Fury.
So after only 2 events, the American girl has a massive 21 points while the Germans clocked up 6.
So now we move into the men's wall with Mark from the UK. He's going to be chased by Samson from South Africa. Also getting ready to climb, it's Alexander from Russia. And he's going to be chased by Giant from Germany.
And looking at the German giant, he towers a massive 6'3" in height, but weighs over 14 stones. Samson from South Africa had his hair cut, but there's still an awful lot of strength left in that 6', 16-stone body.
Russia and UK, you will go on my first whistle. Gladiators, you will go on my second. 3, 2, 1.
So it's Mark from the UK in blue, Alexander from Russia in red. Both guys climbing strongly. And here comes trouble. Samson on Mark and Giant on Alexander. They'll be hard pushed to catch these two contenders. First to the top gets 10, second scores 5. Alexander finding his feet. Here comes Mark. He's going to snatch the 10. Oh, he's off! Mark's off the wall. A terrible unforced error just as the points were in the bag. Now it's all about the Russian. Is Alexander good enough? Giant could do with a beanstalk to help him up. Alexander struggling at the top. Giant's got him. Oh, Giant's lost him. Incredible drama on the wall. Alexander's got plenty of time to pocket some points here. Go on, my son. Don't be cruel. He's there. Alexander Maltsev scores 10 points. Does Vidania. And he's made a lot of friends already.
Big, strong upper body, good shoulders. How did you do it?
I've had a bit of luck. That's all. Thank you. Thank you all for your encouragement.
Thank you as well. Alexander Maltsev, 10 points in the wall. Great performance.
Alexander modest in victory. He knows that his opponent, Mark Everett, should have snatched the 10. Mark was at the top, way ahead of Samson, but just lost his concentration and his grip. That error could cost Mark dear. After 2 events, the Russian storms into the lead on 12, while the UK's contender languishes on 5.
So still to come, Pendulum, Hang Tough and Gauntlet. Join us after the break here on International Gladiators. To part 2 of our first international show. Here is event number 3. And first up on the pendulum, it's Peggy from the US. And she's going to be facing Sahara from South Africa.
Peggy, a heptathlete from America, stands 5'10" and weighs over 11 stones. Chasing her on the pendulum, the South African stunner, Sahara, stands 4 inches taller but 6 pounds lighter.
The pendulum!
Sure you know by now, 5 points for evading capture for 40 seconds, 10 points for lasting the full minute. The American contender looking for the Sahara. In fact, we're all looking for the Sahara. We know she's hot on this event. Here she comes from the right. Peggy moves left. Not often you see a Sahara at the North Pole, but she's closing Peggy down. Peggy up against Sahara and the sands of time. Still a long way short of the 5 points. Peggy climbing 2. Sahara bogged down up there, moving better now. Pendulum almost as hypnotizing as that Gladiator. But Peggy has pulled her 5. Looking more confident now. Sahara will be hard-pressed to flag her down in this event. Peggy knows she's got to keep a grip on the situation and the pendulum for the maximum. Well, the Sahara's covered most of the globe here. But maybe she'd have been faster on a camel. Time up. And Peggy's pal's happy. Oops, sorry, son. In the replay, Sahara always had Peggy in her sights, but never within reach.
Next up, it's Miriam from Germany. And she's going to be facing Zodiac from the UK. Over to John Anderson.
The pendulum!
Well, the German contender has heard that Zodiac is unrivaled in this kind of global domination, so she's got to move fast. Oh, but she's not fast enough. Zodiac flies round the globe at supersonic speed. Miriam desperately drops south, but Zodiac zeroing in. Should be looking to grab that yellow flag. Miriam manoeuvring, making herself an awkward target, but Zodiac has got her. Oh, and Miriam drops out. Good, impressive pendulum from our blonde Brit. In the replay, you can see how difficult it is to snatch the flag when you're above the contender, but Zodiac's a queen on the ball. After 3 events, Peggy extends her already huge lead, 31-6.
So we now move into the men's event with Mark from the UK. And he's going to be facing Hammer from Australia. Over to our referee, Larry Thompson.
Well, let's get a handle on the Hammer. The awesome Aussie stands 6'2" and weighs in at a hefty 15 stone plus. One of the few Australian performers who hasn't appeared in a soap opera.
3, 2, 1.
And the Hammer sets out to nail the contender. Mark Everett will need all his skill and speed to escape this hitman. Shane, Mark's training partner, with plenty to say, and Hammer really is relentless. He's certainly giving Mark no respite. Mark moving around the equator, but always the Hammer is poised precariously over his head. Hammer makes his move. Oh, the Hammer smashes down, misses his target, and Mark can't believe his good fortune. 10 points. That was easy. The family celebrate his stroke of luck, makes up for his mess up on the wall. But this Hammer is already forging himself a great gladiator career.
Well, Hammer, come back here. I was going to say how excellent you were going to be and throwing yourself at it, hammer and tongs, and then you fell off, you fool.
I don't do anything by halves. If I'm going to get him, I've got to get him fast, and because he's quick. He's a superb athlete, and he's certainly going to do well in this series. Look at him. He's built for speed, and I certainly had to do the best I could.
Well, you did. It wasn't good enough, and you picked up 10 points, Mark.
Yeah, it wasn't easy. It's a fresh guy, my God.
He just threw himself at you.
I know, I'm glad he fell, because if he'd have caught me, he'd have pulled me off as well.
He certainly would have done. Let's hear it for Hammer and for Mark. facing Samson from South Africa. Over to Larry Thompson.
Set the pendulum.
Alexander sets off. In this event, it's a question of looking for trouble, and when you see it coming over the horizon, run like mad. Russian champion Alexander has made a lot of friends here already, and there's one. Oh, she's getting excited, and here's why. Samson's nearly on his man. Oh, he's got him. No, he's lost it. A hair-raising experience for Samson. And although for Alexander there wasn't much Russian around, he pulled the points, and all his supporters celebrate. It's a tough maneuver, making your assault from above, and Samson, like Hammer, needs a little more practice. After 3 events, Alexander swings up to 22 and Mark to 15. Next.
The stage is set for event number 4. Who will reign supreme on the rings? For the contenders on the platform from Germany, Miriam Loesch. But can she withstand the Australian Fury?
The furious foe, fired up after losing out on the wall to Peggy. Looking at the stats, our shapely Aussie Cher lookalike stands 5'7" and weighs in at just over 9 stones. Compare that to Miriam, our fabulous Frau, and delightful Dalera, and you'll see she's an inch taller, but 2 pounds lighter. Swings out and, oh my goodness, Miriam's gone! The German contender slips. What a tragic mistake so early in this event. The German contingent are stunned by that, and Fury claiming the credit for some reason. Mike's there.
Miriam, I know this is the last place you want to be right now, being interviewed, but what happened up there?
I slipped off of the rings, and I don't know why it happened.
The important thing is there are 2 more events to go. Keep your chin up and keep fighting, all right? Miriam Loesch from Germany. Fury, not much of a battle, but then again, it is very difficult for contenders to go against gladiators who have experience in this event.
Yes, it is. That's very true. I didn't think I was that scary. But yes, it is a difficult game. And if you haven't been up there before, I well imagine that it was pretty scary for her. That's the breaks.
Well, you'll get another chance. Nice work up there, even though you didn't break a sweat.
Thank you very much.
The lovely Fury.
Well, a great shame for Miriam, who could have done with the points from that event.
Next up for the contenders from the USA, Peggy Odita. And she squares off against Jet.
Jet, a firm favourite from the UK. Looking at her facts and figure, the flag-flying Jet stands 2 inches shorter than Peggy and nearly 2 stones lighter.
Let's see if Jet's got the power. Over to international referee John Anderson.
Contender ready! Anita ready!
Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Jet clearly aware that she's got her work cut out against Peggy. Oh, and Peggy in the scoring zone already. And Jet working out her strategy. Jet traversing. She's going to trap Peggy on the swing. Here she comes. Oh, gotcha, no! Peggy slipped the scissors. Peggy regrouping. Now she's flying in the face of Jet. Jet's 1 ringed. Peggy going for the platform, can't control it. Jet marking her well. Oh, she's gone! Peggy lets the ring and the point slip through her fingers, and she is furious with herself. What a letdown for Peggy. Her supporters are miserable, though some are hiding their misery well. In the replay, Peggy gets desperately close to Jet's platform, swings back for another crack, misses a ring, and plunges out of the points. After 4 events, Peggy remains on 31, Miriam stays on 6. It's back to Mike Adamley.
The men are set to hang tough. First up for the contenders from Great Britain, Mark Everett. But he's got a tall order as he goes against Germany's Giants.
The crowd making the Giant feel at home. This German is so tall his head's always in the clouds. We've even brought along the Gladiators Zeppelin for him. Mark supporters hoping they'll have something to sing about after this.
Let's send it over to international referee Larry Thompson.
Great Britain ready! Gladiator ready! 3, 2, 1.
The Giant swings out. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Well, Mark's hoping for a fairy tale finish to this event in the scoring zone already. Giant traversing superbly well for a big man. Oh, he's got him with those long legs. Locks him up, drags him down. Great performance from the big fella. Looking at it again, the UK contender swings back, but once Giant got those long legs up, the only place for Mark was down.
Ready to swing for the contenders from Russia, Alexander Maltsev. He'll go against USA Gladiator Hawk.
Sometimes more squawk than hawk. You may remember from last year, always got something to say for himself, but looking at his stats, not without good reason. He stands 6 inches taller than Alexander and a mighty 40 pounds heavier.
Referee Larry Thompson, send them on their way.
Russia, ready! Gladiator, ready!
Yeah, baby, half round hot. Get ready to get it done.
3, 2, 1.
Well, Hawk's so busy talking, he's almost forgot his gum shield, a veteran star of American Gladiators, of course. Alexander, a bodyguard by profession, very impressive so far. Hawk finding himself out of position. Alexander's come wide and swung right past him. Hawk traversing to recover. Oh, Alexander barging Hawk out of the way. Swinging back into trouble. Oh, barges him again. And Hawk is one-ringed. Oh, taunting the Russian. Alexander's going to have to tough it out now, trying to shake the Gladiator off the rings. The American Hawk grinning like a Cheshire cat. Superb strength from Alexander, but he's not taking the Hawk's full weight yet. Oh, now he is. He's got him! Hawk the Slayer. Well, in the replay, Hawk knows that once he unleashes his full weight, it'll tip the scales in his favor. After 4 events, neither contender advances their score. Alexander still leads at 22. Mark way behind on 15. Next.
Our first female contender to run the gauntlet is Miriam from Germany. And she'll be facing our team of gladiators, Jazz, Flame, Lynx, Jet, and Delilah. And now over to our international referee, John Anderson.
Germany, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Miriam into gauntlet. First is Jazz. Jazz, a superb all-singing, all-dancing gladiator from America. And Miriam takes another run at it. Jazz saying scat for that ramrod of hers. Miriam having trouble getting going on this gauntlet. There's 10 points if she makes it under 20 seconds, but she won't be collecting those. Miriam only just over 9 stones, doesn't have the bulk, and I think the German team will have to look to their female contenders in future for a little more weight, a little more muscle, and certainly a little more heart. That was a lackluster performance from Miriam. The crowd's sympathetic and supportive. Here's Kimberly.
Miriam, you didn't even get past Jazz. What happened?
Because she is very strong, Jazz.
Too strong for you?
Yes, she's too strong for me at this game.
Jazz, that was incredible. Unfortunately, she didn't get past you, but I guess that's the aim of the game.
That's the whole object, but I think she's cutting herself short. She's an excellent contender. That's what we like. We like continues to come and give us that 100% effort and keep coming at us. She never quit.
No, it doesn't look like she's giving up, so good luck to you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please thank our contender, Miriam from Germany.
Jazz with full credit for Miriam there. Back to Kimbo for the next intro.
Our next female contender is Peggy from the USA. She'll be facing our gladiators, Angel, Delilah, Flame,
first. She's up against Angel in for Jazz. Oh, and Peggy's through her. Scourge Delilah extinguishes the flame. Astra holding over the pads next with the impact on Jet. Oh, can she put the brakes on? No! Peggy through. Unconfirmed time, 10 seconds. Great gauntlet for the American. Kimberly's there.
That was just incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Peggy. Woo! You have got to be one of the strongest contenders I have ever seen. You must be proud of yourself tonight.
I am. I don't know what to say.
Speechless. Well, I'm sure the Gladiators are speechless after that run.
They're tough. They are. I just used the sides of the gauntlet to get through, and that helped me a lot.
Now, Andrew, what was the time?
It was 10 seconds.
10 seconds! Woo! Fantastic. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Peggy from the USA.
Peggy scoring a point for every second it took her to run the gauntlet. Go, girl, go. Well, she certainly did that after 5 events. Peggy's amassed a colossal 41 points, while Miriam's destined to stay on 6.
Our first male contender to run the gauntlet tonight is Mark from the UK. And he'll be facing our team of gladiators, Dynamite, Impy, Vulcan, Flash, and Saber. And over to our international referee, Larry Thompson.
Get ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Mark's faced the gauntlet before, but not against this wrecking crew. Dynamite giving Mark some stick. Explosive stuff from him. Next it's Impy. Oh, Mark impudent with the imp. Slams past Vulcan and past Flash. Can Saber stop him? No, Mark cuts the Saber down. Excellent gauntlet from Mark.
Wow, what an effort. That was amazing. The crowd are going wild.
Yeah, it was very hard, but I got through it in the end.
Now, you were saying before that you were a little bit nervous going into Gauntlet. How are you feeling now? You must be ecstatic.
Well, when the guys line up, 3, 2, 1 and the whistle goes, you feel like running the other way, but now I've done it. It was a good result.
Well, I'm sure you're glad you didn't run the other way, because Andrew, what was his time?
17 seconds.
17 seconds, 10 points! Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Mark!
His fiancée Frankie there with her mum Jean.
And next up to run the gauntlet is Alex from Russia. And he'll be facing the wall of gladiators, Rhino, Impy, Vulcan, Flash, and Saber. And it's over to our international referee, Larry Thompson.
Russia, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Alexander charges the Rhino. Oh, Rhino can't hold him. Next the Imp. Tries to knock his block off. Certainly his helmet's gone. Into Vulcan. Alexander using every ounce of the 15 stone at his disposal. But he's up and out and over. Vulcan seems pleased with himself. Alexander may have lost his helmet, but his bandana's intact. The Russian fans are not happy. The question is, was Alexander legitimately knocked out of the gauntlet? If so, the game's over. But if it's judged he was intentionally lifted out, they can restart. Vulcan celebrates with his impish teammate. Alexander clearly claiming they should restart. Looking at it again, Alexander tries to pass against one wall, then switches to the other, and runs up the side and is knocked out of the gauntlet. Well, the Russian TV producer in black there, Vincent Battaglia, protesting.
Come on!
There's Ken Warwick, London Weekend's Gladiator producer. He's got his finger up. That looks like trouble. More a voice of reason, but it's getting heated down there.
I don't know. Trying to contain somebody. The rules see that it's perfectly
He's guiding him to that side.
No. It's perfectly legitimate to push. That's what that thing's for.
He's guiding him over the side.
You're not listening, Vince. It's got to be lifted. and he did not get underneath.
Well, with all the bickering going on down there amongst the referees, looks like we'll have to send in for a UN peacekeeping force. Let's watch that replay again. If you look at Alexander's feet, as Ken suggested, it does look as if Alexander ran up the side and was pushed rather than lifted, making it a legitimate decision. Kimberly's hoping for an interview, but Alexander's in no mood to chat. After 5 events, Alexander fails to add to his score of 22, while Mark storms to 25.
Well, that's the end of part 2, but don't go away. We'll be back after the break with more excitement on International Gladiators.
Welcome back to the National Indoor Arena here in Birmingham, where it's International Eliminator time. Now, in the women's competition, Miriam from Germany is on 6 points. Peggy from the US, she's on 41 points. That's a 35-point difference, which will give Peggy a massive 17.5-second head start.
USA, you will go on my first whistle. Germany, you will go on my second whistle. 3.
On Gladiators,
2.
they say it isn't over until it's over, and anything can happen to Peggy Odita from the United States during the next few seconds. This eliminator is far more tricky than the eliminator course she's used to back home. One mistake means that Miriam Loss from Germany is in with a chance. Smoothly up the rope, onto the hand ladder. The heptathlete and American Gladiators champion going well. Miriam's off. Falters a little at the start. Back into it now as Peggy hits the cargo net. Peggy climbing strongly. Look at that determination. Oh, 2 scooters on his feet. Very excited. Miriam's on the rope. And Peggy crosses to the furthest zip for the wild ride to the arena floor. In the background, Miriam starts the hand ladder. And Peggy enters the hurdles that have been the graveyard for so many contenders. First the balance beam, then the travelator. Her fans urging her on. Fast on the boot. Oh, she stumbles on the travelator. Peggy mistimed the start of the travelator climb badly there. Composes herself for another drag. Yes! Her stride perfect. Up to the top, through the paper burst, and into the semi-finals of this International Gladiators competition. Miriam leaps off the zip. A teacher, a wife, and a mum. And I must say that her English is superb. Certainly 100% better than my German. There's her husband, Jürgen, with baby Laura as she comes off the balance beam. It's certainly taking its toll on her. This grueling eliminator, the travelator, powers her way up. She's achieved what very few people in the world even get the opportunity to try. She's competed in International Gladiators and beaten the eliminator. Swings home Miriam Loss from Germany.
At the top of the show, you talked about the importance of getting the experience of participating in front of a big crowd, and you said how important these people here in Birmingham would be to you. What do you have to say to them right now?
Thank you so much, everyone. You guys are great.
And to the victor, a little token of your participation in the prelims, but you got bigger fish to fry. Good luck.
Well, Miriam, it was very difficult for you with a 17.5-second deficit.
Yes, it was. But all these people helped me, at least, that I could make it. Thank you.
They certainly did. You've worked very hard this evening. This is for as a token of appreciation for you. It's been great to have you on the show, and the very best of luck in the future. Let's hear it for Miriam.
And we'll have the men's eliminator between Great Britain's Mark Everett and Russia's Alexander Maltsev after this timeout.
The International Gladiators are tough and getting tougher every year. I'm in my 3rd season now of American Gladiators, and I think I'm about to retire. I'm getting old. Look at the hair.
But there's a great international spirit developing. In fact, Hawk stood up in the middle of the canteen the other day going, "We are the world." Only Hawk could do that, of course.
The International Gladiators goes without saying, all big, tough, strong guys, but they've got one quality that I admire. They've got a sense of humour.
They're all very nice, they're all very competitive, and it's going to be a fabulous international show.
Well, I've met the International Gladiators, and they're just the same as us, except they talk funny, and we're bigger. Well, Rhino's bigger. Come to think of it, he talks funny too. Are you sure he's English?
While Hunter goes to find out, let's look at the scores. Mark's 3-point lead converts to a 1.5-second head start in this eliminator.
Great Britain, you will go on my first whistle. Russia, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Mark from the UK starts his run, high and low beams. Here comes the Russian bear, Alexander. Mark's tackled this grueling course 4 times already in the domestic championships. He knows a few tricks. Onto the bike and gets pedaling. Alexander makes the road look easy. Mark's fans know the Russian is still a huge threat. Mark finishing the handbike, and look at Mark go across the rollers and onto the net. And look at Alexander. He's crossing like a Cossack. The Russian eating into Mark's lead. The fans urging him on. Look at him climb that net. Mark's at the top. He'll race for the furthest zip. Alexander hauls himself up. Mark onto the zip. 90 feet. Splash down. Into that graveyard. A bird's eye view of the international arena for Alexander there as down he zips onto the mats. Frankie and her mum on their feet now. Mark of the United Kingdom onto the balance beam and up onto the travelator without breaking stride. Straight to the top and through the paper burst. He'll have the huge honour of carrying the Union flag for his country into the next round. It's celebrations all round. Here comes Alexander, big, powerful strides up the travelator. He's certainly made a lot of friends here tonight. The Russian completes the eliminator.
We must stop cuddling like this. You must be so delighted.
I am, yes. That was a good eliminator. I didn't mess up. It went really well.
I mean, you just seem to be walking up that travelator. You got it down to a fine tee.
It's not as easy as it looks, I can assure you of that.
So can you do it all over again?
Yes, I'd love to.
Oh, well, we'll see. We look forward to that, and that's for you. Let's hear it from Mark Everett of the UK.
Alexander, you could have won it. What happened up there?
I had a bit of bad luck, but I like this game, and I like the spectators. I'm just glad that it was the champion of England that I lost to. If I'd practiced a bit more, I think I would have won.
These people did like your performance. Say hello back to them, too.
Thank you.
Alexander Maltsev. And we've got a little token of our esteem for you, baby. So the USA's Peggy Odita and Great Britain's Mark Everett are moving on to the semifinals. Ulrika, I know this was your first taste of international competition. Your thoughts, your impressions?
Well, I thoroughly enjoyed it, but what I've enjoyed most is the atmosphere we've created here in the National Indoor Arena. The British people have just clapped and gone behind everybody here, and it's made for a terrific, exciting show.
Indeed, almost an Olympic feel here. Kimberly, your impressions?
I certainly have enjoyed myself. What can I say? It's so fantastic to be so far away from home here in Birmingham. The crowd is amazing, and of course, the caliber of Gladiator and Contender has been fantastic tonight, so I'm looking forward to the next one.
Well, it's been quite a night here at the National Indoor Arena in Birmingham, England. For Ulrika Johnson and Kimberly Joseph, I'm Mike Adamley. We'll see you again next week on International Gladiators.
See you then.
See ya.
For safety reasons, do not attempt to recreate any of the events you have seen on Gladiators.
There'll be more atmospheres, duel and hang tough with the gladiators from around the world next, here on Challenge. Whilst over on Pick, extreme measures and highly classified business in border security, USA.
Are you ready?